What is going on YouTube, and welcome back to another video on my channel. Today we are back on F1 24 and this is gonna be a tutorial how you manage and nail the starts on each tire compound: soft, medium, hard, intermediate and wets, so you actually always peak on the start. And we are here in Mexico because it's the longest straight, so you can see what we are doing. We're gonna use the same setup everywhere, so we're also gonna save it so it's the same in the wets. Actually, in the wets, I think we're gonna adjust it max. There we go. So currently we are running 32-22 wings, just so you know, with the wings, because we are definitely gonna adjust that a little bit later on for the wets. But now we're starting off with the soft, no, actually with the hard compound, because it's the hardest one. It's the most tricky to nail start. We have the RPM at the bottom. I just want to introduce you. We are gonna look at the RPM at the bottom to get into the right range, okay? And we're not gonna focus too much on the lights, because the lights are just picking up later. You can have, there's two different ranges that you can use. The first is gonna be the bit harder one, I think. It's gonna be like roughly 11.3k RPM, where you release the clutch and you have a little bit of wheel spin, so you can't be as aggressive on the throttle. You could see we are facing a lot of wheel spin. On the hards, I don't recommend it. If you feel a bit more comfortable with it, because you're not as sensitive on the throttle, then go into none with the ERS mode. 11.3k RPM, second gear. And then you can see we are struggling less with wheel spin, but you're quickly going to full throttle. Still, you can get wheel spin, and then heading into turn 1, of course, it's gonna be always the same, but with each different tire compound, you also need to brake a bit earlier or later to maximize the performance. But this is against 110 AI, so you can see we're getting damage. Amazing. Let's jump onto the next compound. So, oh no, actually the next way how to do it, and this is, you can use even hot lap, put it to 10.4k RPM, or 10.5, then release it. Second gear, even maybe third gear, and you can see we are not having any wheel spin. The tires are fine, and we are actually jumping a couple of positions even on the medium runners. Still, this is 110 AI, so keep that in mind. A lot of debris flying around here. And there we go. Already up into 9th place. We can also try it with no ERS, and also, by the way, I would use 90 differential. So if you struggle with the throttle adjustment on the launch off, when you have to go full throttle, you can also put it to none. I think it's fast if you put it to medium or hot lap on the 10.4k. But you know, if you're struggling, this is an option for you out there. For the pros, I would not recommend that. At least medium. And then 10.4, and with the 11.1, it's a bit of a different story, obviously. But as you can tell, we're making quick progress here. So, a last to first challenge in Mexico, we can nearly get it done within a couple of laps. So that's pretty easy. And now we are actually already going on to the mediums. It's gonna be very similar on all three compound types. But with the medium, on the 11.3 or 4, you get a bit of wheel spin, but it's not damaging your start. You can see this is already a big difference towards the hards on this compound, on this strategy with the 11.4. These options are there all the time. On the wets, I haven't tried it. I need to try it later on. But you can see, we are literally making so much progress on an even softer compound already. It's so much easier, even with a bit of wheel spin. It doesn't damage your tires that much. Let's see what we can do with the 10.4. But usually I would recommend you always have the RPM thing up. With the 11.3 you have like roughly the red stuff. This was even too low. This is the risk with the 10.4. So the pro on the 10.4k or 10.5k, you're probably more on the safer side without any wheel spin. The downside is, if you get it wrong and you have too little throttle, you will bog down and it will cost you quite a bit of time on a straight. Like we just had it right now. So you can also probably go for something like 10.7. It's like a range between 10.3, 10.4, 10.5 and 11.3. This is kind of my optimal without getting too much wheel spin and getting off the line the right way. But for me, 10.4 felt nice even with none. Look at this. Second gear. Very easy, but not the fastest way. You could see the others got a much better start there. If you put it to hot lap now. Okay, if you wouldn't have pulled over, this would have been insane start. You could already see. We do it again, just to prove it, with hot lap. Roughly 10.4. Second gear. Still a good start, and we even had a delayed reaction time because we were looking at the RPM. That's a little bit of a dangerous thing if you only look at the RPM. And for the 11.3, guys, let's try a hot lap as well. So 11.3, you have roughly 4 of the red toggles. You get way more wheel spin, but it's also a very fast start. And a little bit of wheel spin is not even that bad. It's just for reducing tire wear as well. Any kind of wheel slip is of course gonna add up to your wear. And with this... Oh my god, that was close. Jesus Christ. Okay, the softs. The softs are gonna be the easiest to start on. That's why I showed it at the end. And after that we are gonna skip to the wets. There we go. So very easy to nail the start. You can probably go for... On the softs I would not start on 10.5. It's way too much of a risk. You can get away with a little bit of wheel spin without having a terrible start. And it's probably gonna be actually faster in the end. I mean, look at this. Hey. Yeah, illegal. I'm illegal, right? And with the 11.3, it should be a much better start. Very easy. It wasn't an ideal start and it was still very good. The soft touch is so strong against other compounds on the rundown to the first turn. So yeah, you barely can mess it up. But 11.3 is, I think, the way to go on the softs. Let's do it one more, but with medium instead of hot lap. That could actually be the way to go. You have way less wheel spin, you still get a great launch, and you can hit overtake and full throttle so quickly. Aw, come on, Paris. But there we go, man. This is the way how you have to do it. And now we should be skipping towards the wets and intermediates. All right, we are back. Exactly. But with 48, 38 wings, maybe we're going 50. You know what? We're going 50, 40. Let's try it with ERS deploy on none. Bit better. But not amazing. You really have to play around with the throttle and do a lot of short shifting. Feels like you want a little bit of wheel spin actually. You know, maybe I'm wrong and you actually need a little bit of wheel spin to get a perfect start in this game. Would make sense because of the slip angle. Also in the corners that you can use this amount of lock and everything. I mean, this was also... Hey, man! Why is this AI like this, man? I will increase the differential again. Maybe to 100 even. Actually, you need a bit of wheel spin in the inters. Otherwise, you're not on the limit. That's how it feels right now. That's so weird, man. It feels like it's faster to wheel spin at the start. Than if you have traction all the time. I guess to a certain extent that makes sense. I mean, what is this grip? What the fuck? Can we make it last to first in the first lap? What is this? Bro, how is this flat? That feels so weird. That is so odd. Yeah, so guys, you have to wheel spin at the start. To go fast, you need to wheel spin. One more try to just see it. We're even gonna do the 11.3 with hot lap. A lot of wheel spin and we actually get a good start. I think 10.5 is better. 10.5 with medium. OP. Bit of wheel spin. You want to hear the tire scream a little bit, not too much. And then it's perfect. Then it's absolutely perfect. I don't know why I'm always going for these crazy moves. Okay, but this is how you do it in the intros. Let's see how we do it in the wets. Okay, so we are in the wets. This time we're actually reducing the fuel in the jump video I did, and it helped a lot. You would always do this in the wets. We are driving with 40 wings just for a bit more stability. And now we're trying out first time with the 11.3. You're basically short shifting until 5th gear with wheel spin. If you go for the medium 11.3 option, let's see if we can use the none. That was too much. No RPM available. Let's try this again, but without this much short shifting. Oh, that feels pretty nice. That's actually very, very nice. Oh, let's see, 10.5 with hot lap. Oh, bit of wheel spin, but not much. Oh, this is nice. Barely any wheel spin if you're gentle. And a maximum send to destroy your car. Bam! Into turn 1. Woo! All of the start practice for nothing. Lovely. Let's try with medium. So short shifting is of course a big help, but if you do too much, you will just bog down and have no top speed at all. Especially on a long straight like this one. No! Yeah, that was nice. The 10.5 with hot lap is nice, but with medium as well. Let's try none. So it's definitely a 10.5 start on the wets. That's for sure. And then you just have to feel what feels best for you. If you can use hot lap, it's probably the fastest. If you can't, probably isn't. I want to drift. Let me drift. But this is pretty much it, guys. But yeah, so this is it. In case you enjoyed this video, make sure to smash the like button, subscribe, hit the bell, and check out Instagram, leave a follow. Check out my Twitch. I'm live there as well. See you in the next one. Have a lovely one. You're Marcel. Peace.